Okay, so now I've got the Bmfab skinny boards installed. So the first thing you want to do is, like I said, I just take a magnet, shine a flashlight down in there, feed the magnet up through the bottom until I line it up with the hole, and then hold it on there and get the nut started. And then you can use, like, this is the type of magnet I like, because you can kind of tilt the bolt a little inside this head so it works well. And then I just grab what seems to work really well, if I can find it. There it is. And I just grab one of these so that I can go up through the track window on the bottom and find it. And this is a smaller one. It's not a T30, it's a T27, but it gives you just enough bite to get a wrench on that and turn it and get it till it's tight. And it doesn't take much bite on it to get it tightened down, rather than, like I said, pull the whole track and all that fun stuff. Now, once I got that one in, then I lined up the right holes back here, drilled them out, tightened that down, made sure everything was sitting right. You can see how everything here is cleaned up. We'll come back and touch up all this so it's black and looks real good. Then from there, tip the sled up. Stay there. From there, and then I like to put a rivet here, one kind of in this bend somewhere, and then on each support all the way back, and then use the longer rivets through here, and then I just put a couple in here for support, and then I'll come back and put some Articat black rivets from the top down in there, and then touch up the top of that because it's bare metal. So just put a couple in there. And then you get up into here. Now, part of this right here, I just trim this out a little bit because it usually comes down into a little point. Back up a little. So I open this up so that it'll fit nice and, there you go, nice and clean right there, real tight against there to get this in as far as you can. Now, one other thing, they may send the boards with this hole pre-drilled, I don't know yet, but this was like the very first pair. So I had to drill this hole right here for that screw, and as you can see, it's right at about 2.5. So you know that, and then this will come up, go on that, and you can see where you put this screw back in here. And then I also, they had a hole here. I just went with the one right here. I just re-drilled it and moved the toe kick. Let me show you what I did with the toe kick to make it. So here's the other side. It's still original. It's got this little lip right here. It's got all this right here. Now on this one, basically came straight down off that lip, came in a little bit so it'd clear where it turns on that toe kick, so that it clears. You know, as you can see, it's in a little bit from here, not too far, nice and clean. And then I notched all this so it came up, and here's a direct comparison side by side so you can kind of see, so it'll clear that tube that's down in there. You may want to go a little more. I mean, this is real tight. So now I'll set this up in there so you can see what it looks like. Get it hooked around that the right way. Here's a little bit of a pain. Now, I'll get some screws started in it and come back. Okay, so you can see here, this is the original hole for the toe kick. So I moved them about 1 inch in closer to all this, and see there's still plenty of room. I notched it so this hooks around that. This will come up and line up with these holes right here. It'll take a little shimmy in to get everything in play the right way. Kind of hard with one hand, but make it work. Then you just line them up, but come back here so you can see. All looks pretty, almost factory looking. Now, once you've got this notched out, you can see how far in this will go. So you'll need to open this up a little bit if you want to get to that screw. This rivet is ready to go in right here. You can see a little more than an inch difference, probably an inch from side to side. Oops, an inch from outer to outer side right there. I just re-drill the hole, put a rivet in, so I'll get some rivets in that so you can see it. So one other thing I want to show you in here, shine a light on it. You see that edge right there? I grind it down just a little bit so you can see it. Just take it, make a little flat spot on there, so that when it comes in and touches the tank, because even stock, these will leave a groove in the tank. So you just grind that down a little bit, not all the way through, just flatten it out so that it comes in there. There you go, you can see it right there. It's pretty, it's dang near touching where it is right now against the tank, but that way it won't kind of shake and tear that up. So now I'll get the screws, finish getting the screws in some of this, but I'll show you the bottom. So here I've got a rivet here and here. These are in the boards. So and then you can see about the difference in these holes, where they are. This one gets a lot closer at a little bit of an angle back, and then this one is, it practically is right on top of the other hole. But you'll put a screwdriver up in here and actually pry it out, because there's a little weld and a tab that if you pry on it, it'll pop up over the top of it, and then it just all pushes in and you get about 2 inches narrower panels going in. So I'll go to the next step and come back. Okay, now I've got the screws in all these here. Yeah, you may want to we'll probably come back and trim this when we go to touching everything up. But this is pretty much about it. You know, all these rivets are in. There's a rivet here you put in. So there you can see how the toe kick goes in. It's all clean, the panel fits. Then when you put the seat on, we actually added a quick screw here, just like here, because it'll kind of bow out, because it's so much narrower, it'll bow out this way. But by putting this in here to just kind of push the fuel tank cover and all this back in, it just sucks it right in nice, so you don't have this gap kind of hanging out here.